Hello everyone, welcome back to YK Reviews. Now for today's video, we're going to be discussing and reviewing the movie Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank. So let's get into it. So before we get started, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any video, and give this video a like too. Really appreciate all the support here. So I recently watched the movie Paws of Fury. I watched it at home. I saw the trailers in the cinema when I went to watch Thor Love and Thunder back in July. So I honestly thought this movie looked good. It looked interesting. But then when I watched the movie itself, I've got to say it disappointed me a lot. The trailers did look good. It gave me that Kung Fu Panda Karate Kid vibe to it. But I'll be honest, I was bored throughout the whole movie itself. It just felt like the plot itself you have is where this cat who is sort of like, I don't know what he is, like the mayor, the leader, the king of the city, and he's looking to get rid of this small town and full of cats so that his whole town, city is basically how he wants it. But then this small town, these cats don't want to leave. It's being defended by a samurai, so his idea was to bring a dog in to be the samurai, but then it backfires because this dog wants to be an actual samurai and is getting trained by Samuel L. Jackson's character to be the actual samurai. But that plot, again, you can take it as like the Karate Kid or Kung Fu Panda, that kind of stuff, but it just felt like it just landed very flat. The comedy in the movie itself, I felt like it was gearing more towards adults. Like some of the comedy itself, for example, they had this giant toilet in this cat's castle, or whatever you want to call it, kingdom or what have you. So they have this giant toilet that they kept calling the Super Bowl, and they kept emphasizing on this being the Super Bowl and that kind of stuff, which if your kids are going there, like, I'm pretty sure they're not, it's just going to fly over their heads, that kind of stuff. They're making jokes about the movie industry itself. Like there was one line, and I wrote it down here as well. There was one line while the person was giving a speech in the movie itself. The line is, "This movie is only 85 minutes long." And even that they repeated that as well towards the end of the movie, saying, "Oh, we're getting close to the 85-minute mark," something like that. So like a lot of it, like if your kids are there, I'm pretty sure they won't understand most of these like jokes or most of these comments. So the comedy for me just felt very off and very weird. And yeah, it did get a few chuckles out of me here and there, maybe one or two chuckles, but a lot of the movie itself, I just didn't find it all that amusing. And the story itself with Hank, the dog who's becoming this samurai, so his whole life he wanted to be a samurai, and so he's training with Samuel L. Jackson's character Jimbo, but then he basically thinks he's this great samurai because essentially he beats this sumo cat, essentially by accident, because you find out during the fight that this sumo cat is allergic to an edamame, which is this soybean. If you don't know what that is, it's sort of like this green bean that people use in their dishes and around the world. So he now thinks he's this great samurai. He's going clubbing with like the chief, the king, or whatever he wants to call himself, like the main cat. So he's going out clubbing with this, taking pictures and that kind of stuff. But it's just not much character building in this. Even the backstory of Jimbo, Samuel L. Jackson's character, just felt very weak. Like he didn't really earn why he left the samurai. Like the backstory about that, if you haven't seen the movie, I won't spoil it, but I felt like it didn't warrant why he left. Like the reasons were kind of stupid, and so it just didn't feel powerful enough. The connections between Hank and Jimbo, like the Samuel L. Jackson's character and the dog, like their training montages and all that stuff. Because even like, again, when it goes back to the comedy aspect, you have the dog saying, "Oh, is this a training montage?" and like, "Can I just skip over to when I become a great samurai?" So these sort of quotes and lines just didn't hit well with me. and then you have the scenes of them fighting, breaking up, and then going their separate ways, and then coming back, and it's just it didn't work well for me. And I have to say as well, like the music choices in certain scenes, like the scene when I was talking about with the sumo cat and the dog fighting, it just, the music choice in that scene baffled me, to be honest. It was a very weird music choice, and some of the music choices in like the other scenes just felt very weird and off. So for me, I just feel like the movie just didn't work together. I was excited to see what kind of concept they would get with this kind of movie, and the trailers did look promising, but the overall movie itself, I just felt like it landed, I just felt like it didn't land properly, to be honest. Even throughout the movie itself, I was honestly like dozing off a little bit, because it felt like the story, everything as well, it didn't live up to its potential, let's just say that. So if you haven't seen the movie, honestly, I would give it a miss, because you're better off watching Kung Fu Panda, you're better off watching The Karate Kid, even the one with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. Like, I enjoyed that movie itself, and so you're better off watching that than this, because it just, like, and I just feel like they could have done so much more. The dialogue could have been so much better, like, and the story arc, the plot itself, and like what happens in the end just felt very flat itself. And so I would honestly give this movie a miss. Like, if you have kids and you want something to watch, put on, they may enjoy it. I'll be honest, like, if I'm putting my kid's hat on and if I'm looking at a perspective of a kid, I wouldn't find it as entertaining, because like I said, the comedy and the lines, the dialogue weren't kind of directed towards children itself, so they may not even enjoy it as well. So if you have nothing else to watch for the kids, put it on, see what they think, see what they say. But I would honestly not even bother. I would give this movie a miss, to be honest with you, because since he's even like out right now on like Blu-ray, online, on streaming, I would just give it a miss, to be honest. But these are my thoughts and my take on the movie itself. If you have seen the movie, let me know what you thought. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Put it down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, so that you don't miss out on a video here. But again, this is YK Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.